You're listening to a High Voltage Radio Network podcast. Find more at highvoltageradio.com.
Z-Pac Nation.
All right, Z-Pac Nation, we are back. Let's get right into this. Our very own Kirk Gilman emailed the Z-Pac Nation, just like all of you can, regarding retaking his hometown. Help me retake McKinney, Texas. Very local. I'm sure only one person will understand all the references and everything, but we're going to make the most of it because that's what we do here. We're for the people. I'm a man of the people. So, Kirk tells me that, he's got several main highways, that intersect near his hometown if an evac is needed. He's got a 1-hour drive to tractor pull and pig hunting country, whatever that means. I guess, that's where the good old boys are. He's got several sporting goods stores, and Walmarts and things of that nature. And he's had a population jump over the past couple years. Now, that last part is what bothers me is the population jump. Because more people means more zombies. But on the flip side of that coin, more people means a bigger army. So, let's do a little recon of the area. Looking at the statistics here, he's got a moderate amount of population. He's got roughly 6 inches, on average of monthly rain. So that's good. It's, just slightly above the national average. So, you get that crisp rain, that really limits your requirement to find water. 6 inches a month isn't exactly a lot, but we can make it work. The average annual temperature, for McKinney, Texas is 64 degrees. That's very temperate. That's very enjoyable. However, it is Texas, so between June and August, the average temperature is close to 100 degrees. That's not so great. Let's hope the zombie apocalypse happens in February. Make this a little easier on us. So I looked at some stats here for, McKinney, and roughly 64,000 people are employed, that are over the age of 16. Now, a vast majority of those people are in education and healthcare. Healthcare in particular interests me because that means there's going to be lots of doctors, nurses around, which means there's probably lots of pharmacies, walk-in clinics, and whatnot. The minority of people employed is in the field of agriculture. Only a few hundred people are in agriculture. Not too many farmers. That could be a problem if we're talking about a long-lasting, self-sustained scenario. They're not going to be very, very prolific. But, farmers usually have firearms, so, get what you can get. Most people in McKinney travel roughly 10 to 19 minutes to work, which means they're probably still in town. Now, this goes back to the double-edged sword here. More people in town means more zombies, but more people in town also means more human resources, for you. Less than 10% of the population of McKinney travel an hour or more to work. So most of the people will be in town, during this outbreak. Let's see, there's a gun shop near some of the intersecting highways. It's a little off the beaten path, but that's a good thing. Hopefully it won't be completely looted by the time you get there. The center of town is almost all residential, which means there's going to be a lot of undead in that area. I mean, if it happens during the work day, you got housewives and things of that nature that could be getting wrapped up in the zombie nonsense. Dad comes rushing home, husband comes rushing home to save them. Sometimes saves them, sometimes also becomes part of the undead horde. You want to stay away from the primary residential areas. Just, again, more people, more problems. That's kind of how I look at it. And looking at the aerial map of the area, they're very densely populated. So, let's look at some possible shelters. I scanned the area, and there's a pretty substantial high school towards the south of the area, and it's near a pretty sizable body of water. My problem with the high school is, A, it's pretty close to another sizable residential chunk, which, of course, I just said you want to stay away from those. And it looks like, I mean, I'm not looking at a street view or anything, but it looks like it's fairly unprotected. I don't see any walls or fences or anything like that. So I'm going to guess that the crime rate in McKinney is pretty low. Ergo, they don't protect their school very well. The elementary school is almost smack dab in the middle of the residential block, but I did a little research, and the elementary school actually has a fallout shelter, so that's a big bonus. Out to the west, there's a standalone bank near one of the main highways. This bank is, I think it's a Chase Bank. It's close to a Sam's Club. It's got multiple gas stations, it looks like within walking distance. It's close to 3 supermarkets. It's close to the Walmart, and it's pretty damn close to the gun shop. It's also a straight shot down the highway to the high school. And right next to that high school is again, sizable body of water. So we have a few options here. We're going to start with Plan A. Plan A would be secure the elementary school first. Utilize the fallout shelter and start gathering human resources to complete the rest of the plan. The more people you can get, the better. Hopefully you get a few co-ops, some other maybe farmers, people who have firearms or are at least proficient in firearms. Start gathering them up. Go out on quick scavenging raids and secure as many people as you can to join the cause. Once you have a fairly sizable amount of people and space starts getting cramped, it's time to go on to greener pastures. At that point, I would move to the freestanding bank and take that over by force if necessary. I like the bank. It's isolated. It's by itself in its own parking lot. It shouldn't be too hard to secure. And at the end of the day, you have that vault that can be a last-ditch effort. If you have power, if it's hopefully it's, maybe it's an older bank and it's manual power to get in and out of the vault. Maybe there's a bank person that's still there that can work with you, but I think I would go with the bank. Now, if Plan A fails you, we got Plan B. Plan B, I would say, is head to the high school. Secure that high school as well as best as you can. From there, again, gather personnel, human resources, and then I would actually, there's right to the south near that body of water is like a park and a wooded area. I would actually head to that and try and somehow fortify that wooded area. There's not going to be too many people. They're going to have to cross that body of water, so it gives you a little bit of a buffer zone. And then finally, Plan C, if all else fails, is get a car and get the hell out of Dodge and go into pig country. So that's how I would retake McKinney, Texas. If you guys would like me to retake your town and give you a simple plan, email us, zpocnation@gmail.com.
CPOC Nation.